Good morning, students. So, today we are going to study Chapter 1 Computer and Amazing Machine. As you all know about the computer, in previous classes, you all have read about the computer. Now, what we have to study is computer and amazing machine. Okay, so in this chapter, we will learn the IPO cycle. So, what is IPO cycle? IPO means input, processing, output. I stands for input, P stands for processing, and O stands for output. Now let us move to next page. Activity. As you can see here, few questions are given and you have to answer these questions. So first question is question number A. What is 534 plus 698? So students, if you add these numbers, you will get 1232. Okay, so it took at least 30 seconds, or maybe few students may take 1 minute to calculate these questions. Okay, now next one is, how long did you take? Suppose that a student solves this question within 30 seconds. Now next question is, do you think a computer would have taken longer? Was your answer correct? Now here the question is, if suppose that this calculation is done by a computer, then how much time it would take? Definitely it would compute this answer within 1 seconds. Okay, and answers will be accurate. Do you think a computer could have made a mistake? So our answer will be no. If you provide correct input to the computer, it will never make a mistake. Now to come to question number B. Can we type on a computer? Our answer will be yes. We can type in a computer. Can we read a story on a computer? Yes, we can read a story on a computer. Can we listen to music on a computer? Yes, we can listen to music on a computer. Is there any other machine that can do so many different kinds of jobs? So our answer will be no. So this is the activity. Now let us start the chapter. The first topic is, what can a computer do? A computer is a machine. Machines make our work easier. Different machines do different kinds of work. A music system plays music. An air conditioner cools a room. A washing machine washes clothes, and so on. So what is a computer? Our first question is, what is a computer? A computer is a machine. Our answer will be, a computer is a machine. Machines, what are the uses of machines? Machines make our work easier. Different machines do different kinds of work. For example, a music system plays music, an air conditioner cools a room, a washing machine washes clothes, and so on. Most machines can only do one kind of work. As you can see different kinds of machine in your home or in your school, but most machines can only do one kind of work. For example, a washing machine, can only wash clothes. It can't stitch them. A music system can play music. It can't clean carpets. Okay. But a computer, however, can do a number of things. So we call it a multitasking. In the given list, tick the options that you are able to do on your computer. So first one is store information. Yes, it can store our information. Solve mathematical problems. Yes, it can solve mathematical problems. Type letters. Surely it can type letters. Draw, color and create designs. It can create designs, it can draw, it can color. Okay, it can play music also, and we can watch films and cartoons in a computer. So these are the, you can say, functions of a computer. Okay, now let us move to next page. Oh, there are a few more questions given about computer. It can create animation and special effects. Yes, it can. Learn different subject. We can learn different subjects with the help of computer. It can book train tickets, air tickets, movie tickets, do scientific work. Yes, it is used by the scientists also to complete their work. Interact with one another. If suppose that we want to make a video call, we can make a video call with our friends or relative in a distance place with the help of computer and internet. Now, most offices, schools, colleges and shops today use computers in their work to store informations, do difficult calculations, create documents and presentations, and to communicate with each other. So as you can see, in offices, schools, colleges and even shops also, today all these institutions use computers in their work. Why they use computers in their work? They use computers in their work to store information, to do difficult calculations, to create documents and presentations, and to communicate with each other. Now, next question is, how does a computer work? So there is a simple theory. You can understand this in 3 steps. A computer works in 3 simple steps. First one, we enter data into the computer and tell the computer what to do with it. This data is called the input. For example, if we have to calculate two numbers, we have to add two numbers, we have to give the data to the computer and we have to give the command. So we will get the correct answers. So the data entered by us, or you can say the command given by us, is known as input. This is the first step. Now second one, the computer works on this input to produce the result. The computer works on this input to produce the result. This step is called processing. Now second step is processing. So what is processing? The computer works on this input to produce the result. That means what input we give to computer, it works on this input and then it produces the result. So this step is known as processing. As we give the input, computer will not give us the output directly. First of all, it will process the input and then it will give us the output. Now the third step is the computer then displays the result, which is called the output. As we have given the input, a computer processed it and then we get the result. That is called output. The computer also stores this output for later use. If suppose that we want to save this, or you can say store this output and use it later, a computer can do it very easily. Okay. These 3 steps together form the IPO cycle. So what is the IPO cycle? Input, processing and output. If suppose that we give input to a computer, but if it doesn't process that input, we will not get the output. Okay. Or you can say, if we don't give any input to the computer, it will not process by its own and then it will give the output. So what we understand with this, that we have to give the input first to the computer, then computer will process that input and after that we will get the output. Okay. Now let us understand the IPO cycle using an everyday example. When you make a cheese sandwich, the bread slices and cheese are inputs. Making the sandwich is the process and the sandwich is the output. Now just let us understand the IPO cycle using an everyday example. For example, when you make a cheese sandwich, the bread slices and cheese are inputs. So before making a cheese sandwich, we need bread slices as well as cheese. So these are the inputs. Now making the sandwich is the process and the sandwich is the output. So what we get the output? Output is sandwich. So let us take another example. I hope you all like Maggi. So how to prepare a Maggi? How to cook a Maggi? First of all, we need a packet of Maggi. Okay. And then what we do? We put it in the boiled water. So Maggi is the input. Okay, packet of Maggi is the input. That is, you can say raw Maggi. That is the input. Boiling, or you can say adding all the ingredients, is known as processing, and the cooked Maggi is our output. Okay, so in this way you can understand input, processing and output. Now let us move to next page. The next page is activity. It is interesting thing, students. Let us see the question. Complete the IPO cycles. IPO means input, processing, output cycles in the table using the words given below. So these are the words you can see clearly: paper and pen, freezing, boiling and crushing, soap, water and dirty clothes, baking. So these are the, you can say, few things given, and with the help of these words you have to complete this table. So this is your homework. You have to complete this table in your home, in your computer books. Okay, now we will read next topic in next class. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.